Hey guys, welcome back to TamaraDe'NaeTV. Did you miss me? Because yeah, it's been 5 years since we dropped the video. I know, but guess what? For right now, like, subscribe, and click on that notification bell so you can get all the latest updates on when I'm dropping videos for y'all. Okay, don't do too much, but let's get into it. Hey y'all, you missed me? Yeah, I know I asked again, but I'm just saying it's been 5 years, right? 5 years. So guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a backstory so y'all can be nosy into my world. And two, y'all gonna do where have I been in 5 years? What have I been up to? What's really the tea with tea? Cause what we doing? Okay? But my name is TamaraDe'Nae, clearly. I am 26. I am born in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I am raised in Surprise, Arizona, but Phoenix and Maryville damn near bled and braided me, okay? So let's like not do too much. And let's just get into it. I mean, my backstory, we moved from Fort Wayne when I was 5, 6-ish, I believe. Like kindergarten, first grade, second grade. I don't know. One of those. All I kind of do remember is we used to live next in Fort Wayne. We used to live next door to the center. It used to be so fun. Like my brothers and stuff used to come over all the time. Family and stuff used to come over all the time. And I think that's why, even still to this day, I try to be big on family. But moral of the story, boop, now we're moving into Arizona. And moving to Surprise, it was a new developing little city. It was mainly, you know, like retirement style. Like you see a lot of old people. So I would say what, 3rd grade through 5th was kind of like a slight difficult time for me because shit, not even freaking 3rd, like really 1st and 2nd. I mean, you have to think this little black girl's moving in like the city with all these white people, and I don't know, I guess it was kind of like a culture shock, you feel me? Especially because I mean it was just my mom and my brothers and us. But moral of the story, just fast forwarding, 1st and 2nd grade was kind of like difficult for me. I'm not even gonna cap. I was a little bad, a little rebellious. Even before I got it, I mean, even while I was in school, I mean, I pretty much did what I wanted to do. And honestly, I live by that. I do what I want to do, when I want to do it, and how I want to do it. And at the end of the day, I don't let this system play me. I play this system. So let's just get one thing straight and 1,000 things clear, okay? Yeah, pretty much did what I wanted to do. I used to hang out with older people. I wasn't bad. I was just curious. I mean, and you have to think, when you grow up with a single mom with 6 kids, you can't keep track of us all. Can't keep track of us all. And on top of that, I grew up with 3 brothers who are, all the boys are 1 year apart, and I'm 2, 3, 4 years apart from them. So you have to think like I was the little sister running up behind my brothers all the time, like trying to be older like them. But I loved it. Wouldn't trade it for the world. Wouldn't trade none of these bruises, scratches, scars. I wouldn't trade it for nothing. I had a good childhood, okay? And then going into like the 3rd, 4th, 5th, I used to fight all the time. I used to be getting suspended left and right. But I wasn't really the troubled kid, okay? I used to be the one saving. So I used to be the bully's bully, okay? Because I don't play that picking on other people, and then but you don't want to fight me, but you don't want to pick with me. I'm telling you, I used to have girls following me home from school, literally 5th, 6th, 7th grader. Yes, okay? They used to be following me home from school, trying to jump me, fight me, and I never really backed down. And again, on top of that, I used to stay hanging out with people that were way older than me. then we moved because all the older siblings ended up kind of like either moving like with their dads, or my older sister, she graduated, so she moved back home here. And then it was my one last older brother, well, like the one that's 2 years older than me. He ended up moving in with his friends. So it was literally just me, my baby sister, and my mama. So we ended up moving my, I believe, 7th and 8th grade year. But I don't know, I could be wrong. It might have been like 6th, 7th, 8th grade year. But moral of the story, ended up moving. So now I'm in a new school, new people, new faces. I knew a couple people because, you know, I mean, like, Surprise was still generatingly small. So, I mean, like, the black people kind of still, like, with the black people. So, yeah, about 7th, 8th grade, I finally started to try to identify with myself because, I mean, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, I mean, I was really hanging out with white girls, and it's like they liked me, but they didn't like me. And I was never the type of person that like always wanted to fit in, you feel me? So it's just like, shit, if we hung out, we hung out. If we didn't, we didn't, you feel me? Like 9 times out of 10, I was either always trying to hang out with older people anyways, because what do my age group got to do? It was boring. So again, 7th, 8th grade, moved to a new school, was around slightly more like kind of black people, but I used to hang out with the boys a lot. And then I ended up meeting my very first best friend. Her name was Brittany. And I swear we're not as close, but I can tell you right now, if I still need to call her and vent about something, Brittany's going to answer. Like, that's going to be like my forever first best friend. But moral of the story. Boom, met my first best friend, Brittany. And don't get me wrong, she was a white girl. And trust me, I will still ring any of you up for her, okay? And I had a boy best friend. His name was Austin. They was like literally my yin to my yang, like going to a new school, trying to like find out, you know, like who I am, where do I fit in at, whatever. But don't get me wrong, I was still friends with everybody. Again, I was always that kid, like I'm the bully's bullier, you know, like I was that girl that, again, I can coagulate, or whatever that word is. I can hang out with everybody. Because who gonna do something? Who gonna say something? And on top of that, I'm telling y'all, I stay hanging out with the older kids. So then, I played basketball. I played soccer. I played volleyball. My mom had me do a little bit of tennis, but I think tennis was like when I was like 4th, 5th grade. So now we like fast forward into like 8th grade summer, freshman year. I met my then second best friend. Her name is Crystal, and I swear to God, we still, like, we're not as close, but again, if I could call her, need her for not like something, but to vent, or, you know, like link up, anything like that, it can happen. Still love that girl to death, I swear to God. When our secret, gang, gang. So then I ended up meeting Crystal, and it's so crazy because how me and Crystal met, we met through, not like arguing about a boy, but the boy was dating me, and then he was trying to date Crystal too at the same time. But me and Crystal met at one of our, I think, volleyball games. And then like after that, we really just like became inseparable. And it's so crazy because she was my first, not like first, but like real approval of girl on girl experience. But I swear to God, that's my bitch to this day. I don't care. So finally, you know, like hanging out with other black people, you know, like Crystal really is the one who kind of like even helped me find my identity. Her and Kia, like I swear to God, I love these two girls to this day. And Kia is Crystal's older sister. But like Crystal's family, they just took me in like I was theirs, you feel me? And my mom loved them like she was theirs too. But when I tell you, these two girls really helped define like, not like the woman I am today, but finding out who I ended up really helping become, you know, like me. Like these bitches had me around the niggas, the people, the vibe, you feel me? So then it like fast forward to what, like freshman year finally. I had to finally love. Yes, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm sorry. I was a hoe at a very young age, okay? But like I didn't know I was being a hoe. Like I'm telling y'all, I was young, wild, and free. I didn't care, okay? We was throwing parties. We was having house parties. Me and Crystal, we would be back in the day when walking was okay. Me and this girl could walk any and everywhere, okay? Wherever we wanted to go, we was gonna get there. It didn't matter. So, fast forward to freshman year, and now I, like, you know, have a little boyfriend. And mind you, this boyfriend was at SHIT, okay? Nothing but a piece of scum on the ground. Like, fast forward to high school, you know, now I'm, like, starting to be more engaged with more Black people. I mean, like, really, the culturality was, like, everything. But still, like, just being around them, they brought me more into Black people. Because, I mean, all I really knew and grew up around was these white folks. Which I never had no problem with it. Because, trust me, like I said, Brittany and Austin, loved them to death. They even helped me, you know, like, still just be okay with being me. But, like, in my mental, I wanted the straight hair. I wanted the little, I mean, I didn't want, but that's what that was my vision. That was what the fuck I grew up with. Then freshman year, I was a terror. It wasn't even like I was a terror. It's just, I do what I want to do. Once I got that dose of more freedom in school, being a high schooler, baby, you couldn't tell me nothing. And this is like when Twitter started like rocking back and Tumblr and, well, you couldn't tell nobody nothing, baby. I used to be rapping on Twitter all the time. So boom, had a little boyfriend. Then my boyfriend was an HOE. So it used to be just so embarrassing. Like, girls used to bring me into the bathroom and, like, tell me, like, oh, yeah, yesterday your boyfriend came over to my house and we're sleeping together. And just other girls, like, I still remember to this day, my one friend Haley came up to me and was like, how would you feel if one of your friends was pretending to be your friends, but she wasn't really your friend? And I'm like, girl, what you trying to say? Like, girl, just say it. And she like, well, so-and-so sleeping with so-and-so, which was my boyfriend at the time. I'm like, girl, but you know, I just, when I got out through high school, I used to get fucked over so much, but guess what? I used to chuck that shit up on the chin, and I used to just continue with life. Like, really, the bad that kept being done to me, it was like no safety for anybody, you know? And so after that, I just started really, really doing whatever the fuck I wanted to do. Then I broke up with my boyfriend. Well, we broke up like 50 million times, but then we really broke up. And then I broke up and left him for a girl, baby. When I tell y'all, that was the talk of the town. Because, like, back then, being gay, bisexual, or whatever, it was still, like, kind of hidden, but not, like, as open as it is in this generation. But, y'all, I started dating this girl. And she was like the star player of the basketball team. So, you know, everybody started like joning him. Like, dang, how you let your girl leave you for a girl? Like, da-da-da-da-da. Then boom. This was the first time me and my mom like got physical. When I tell y'all physical. Y'all, she tried to kill me in the bathroom over a hickey. Mind you, the boyfriend that cheated on me and was doing all this he was living with us. Yes, my mom is one of those moms, but don't do too much, because at the end of the day, my mom loves me and cares about me, okay? And cares about other people. And at least I can be honest with my mom and tell my mom knows everything about me. My mom has always known everything about me. Even when I couldn't tell this lady stuff about me, y'all, she would still find out. It used to be the most scariest in America, but then I find it was some ops in my circle. But that's going to be another time for another day. But more of the story. I had came home one day after ditching and I had a hickey on my neck. And again, the boyfriend that I was like, he's my ex-boyfriend. He was just going through some family stuff, so my mom let him move in with us. So when I came home with the hickey, he like, Tamara, you need to do something like about that hickey, because if your mom thinks that it's me, like, what's gonna happen? And I'm like, boy, shut up. Like, leave me alone. You're my ex living in my house. Like, ain't nobody checking for you. Y'all, why 2 seconds later, my mom noticed the hickey on my neck. So she made me go upstairs, and we was in the bathroom talking, and she like, who did it? And I'm like trying to lie because I did not want this lady to know that I had a girlfriend. So I'm like, oh, it's this one boy boy on the bus, you know, like we was just on the bus, like playing around and she like, where his stop at? I said, huh? What you mean? I'm just trying to think of quick lines, like he get off before me. I don't know. She like, well, what's his mama name in? I'm like, girl, I have no clue, because honestly, this came from a whole bitch. This came from a whole girl. It didn't even come from him. So y'all, she really hit me up in the bathroom, and like I literally almost passed out. But then like as I'm like going down, I had to like come back up, and y'all, we got to tussling a little bit. And this lady really had the audacity to be like, "You put your hands on me." Mind you, my mom bruised easily. Like, bro, you can literally, and she's going to bruise. So it was the most funniest day of my life. So then after that, y'all, like 2 weeks later. Like 2 weeks later, right? I'm having a good day. I think it was second lunch. I think it was B lunch. It was either B or like A lunch. I don't know. I can't remember. This is almost 10 years ago. I'm just happy-go-lucky in the cafeteria. And then the principal come by. And he like, Tamara, come to my office. You feel me? And I'm just like, damn, like what the fuck I do? Like I've been kind of on good attendance. You feel me? I ain't been ditching that bad. Or like I ain't been like pissing my teachers off. He's like, no, you're fine. Just come on, let's go to my office and just talk. I'm like, okay, bet. Y'all, why when he opened up the door to his office, my mama and her like little boyfriend was sitting in my principal's office. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? They like, yeah, your mom's withdrawing you from school. I'm like, wait, what? What you mean? What did I do? Y'all, come to find out, like I told y'all, I had an op in my circle. Somebody that I knew told my mama I had a girlfriend, and I swear to God, still to this day, she will not tell me who told her that I had a girlfriend in high school, and that gave me them hickeys, and it probably was that ex-boyfriend. Or it was probably this one girl that I am no longer cool with. But still, moral of the story, I still think about that sometimes to this day. But still, she withdrew me out of school, y'all. And the crazy thing is, I'm in the office like trying to tell her, like, bro, we don't even date no more. I don't even mess with the girl. Like, I'm single. I'm straight. What's going on? My mom's like, no, I ain't pressing charges. She's going to jail. How can you send a 16-year-old to jail? Baby, we ain't even had sex or did nothing. The girl just left a hickey on my neck, and whoever was being messy went back and told my mama that me and this girl was dating. So I'm like, what's really tea? Like, we don't even date no more. You're late. Y'all, she still withdrew me out of school. So mind you, we live up in these mountains now. Excuse me. We don't even live like close to... I forget the name of it. I forget the name of the place. Mountains, okay? Behind Willow. I mean, up past Willow. That's all that matters, okay? If you know, then you know. Y'all was sitting up in these mountains so lost. Pissed. Because now I'm just sitting at home not doing nothing. So this was like back then when, you know, like online school started being popular. So since you took me out of school, I'm like, all right, well, sign me up for online school. Like, what am I doing? I'm just literally sitting at home not doing anything. So like a month or two go by, and at this point I'm getting mad because y'all, I am and still is a smart kid. I'm like, bro, I ain't been in school for like 2 months. Like, what is this lady doing? Like, all I do is sit at home and do absolutely nothing. You're supposed to be signing me up for online school, but you still ain't. So what are we doing? So at this point, I think I like put the notion for her to let me go live with my dad and in Fort Wayne. So I think like a few weeks after that, I ended up packing up my stuff and I moved down to Indiana. So my dad signed me up for school. I started going to Wayne. So boom, started going to Wayne. And mind you, y'all, this is another culture shock because, you know, I left all this freedom to come back to the hood. But don't get me wrong, I love the hood. Don't do too much. But look, y'all, a few months in, I think like mid-semester, I got into a fight in the art class because I'm always going to find my favorite teacher. One thing about it and two things for sure. I'm gonna find somebody that fucks with me, or I'm gonna fuck with them. Not like fuck with them, but like, you have this favorite teacher, y'all. When I hallway passes, I could just chill up in her class if I didn't want to go to like 4th or 5th period. You feel me? She would write me a pass, boom, boom, boom. I'm going to her classroom. I'm not hanging out with y'all other kids. Or y'all like punk rocker black girls. Like, I really couldn't even flex on her style. But moral of the story, Miss Tar wanted us to just like be quiet. And she just kept talking. And I'm just like, bro, can you just shut the F up? Like, be quiet. Like, let Miss Tar say with like her little announcements for the classroom. And then you can do what you do. Y'all, when I tell y'all this girl did not want to be quiet. Oh, it's like, I think I reached over the table. I don't even know. All I know, we got the bumping, baby. And when I tell y'all we got the bumping, I mean, chairs, tables. Baby, I squabbled. What you want to do? So then after that, my dad comes to the school, because mind you, I'm in the principal's office. My dad comes to the school acting like he mad. Yeah, this man wasn't even mad. He just made up a front. Right when we got off the door, this man asked me, so did you win? I said, yeah. He said, that's all that fucking matters. I said, what? So, you know, now I'm on suspension. But the good thing about it was, my dad and my sister used to live courts across from each other in the same apartment complex. So, shit, well, I divided up my time between her house and his house. And really, it didn't even last long with me staying with my dad because, y'all, I remember I was on punishment. I don't know, was I on punishment because of the fight? I don't think I was. I was on punishment for something else that I don't know what I did. I really don't remember, but all I know is I was playing solitary on the computer because I believe he had took my phone, or he did something, y'all. I don't know. I was playing solitary on that family computer in the living room, and he had said something like, didn't I tell you like not to be on this computer or something, and I'm just like, I was like, wait, what? I had said something in like a reference to that, y'all. All I know is that this nigga like backhanded me, and all I did was fly. I flew. That man put his hands on me one time, okay? Baby, it took that one time for you to put your hands on me. And because I'm already thinking like, nigga, I barely even know you. Not like I barely even know I'm in prison, so incarcerated, you know, but like I used to go visit him in prison and stuff with my other siblings and things like that. But moral of the story, like, nigga, I barely know you. And you just feel like you have the audacity to put your hands on me, especially because he thought that I think I said something smart back. Like I said, I really don't remember exactly what I had said or what he had said. All I know is that hand flung and I flew. Okay? Baby, it took that one time for him to put his hands on me. And guess exactly what I did? I packed up my stuff and I moved right across the court and I moved in with my sister. And ever since then, I just used to go to school from my sister's house. Everything was just done through and with my sister. I swear to God, I was like, my siblings to our older, especially the firstborn girl, like, we are my sister's children, okay? So my sister took me in. I don't care. My sister was living in a 1-bedroom apartment and it was me and her, okay? Until it became me, her, and my brother. But one thing I can say, I love my big sister. I swear to God. Now, that woman, I will give my last breath to if she asks. I do not care. I will give her my left titty if she asks. I will give her my pinky toe if she asks. I will give her everything in my bank account. I do not care. Like, my big sister, she is literally like a second mother sent from heaven. But moral of the story, back on topic. So now we like sophomore year, junior year, I ended up leaving Fort Wayne and then moving back with my mom. So junior year, I ended up going back to Valley. But the great thing about it, like I told y'all, I'm smart. So again, what else was going on at Valley? Why did I have to go to Sundown? I don't know. That don't even matter, okay? I just ended up going to an alternative school because I wanted to graduate early and just be done with high school. Like, and by then, when I did come back, not even my junior year, because Bria and them was seniors, and I had a job. I was working. My first job was at McDonald's because me and Clifon, we ended up going to the open interviews, but then we got placed at 2 different locations. So yeah, I think my junior year, I was working at McDonald's. And I ain't gonna lie, when I tell y'all, that's what really like fueled and started my hustle. Well, not even fueled and started my hustle, because really my mom owned a beauty salon, and I was always like her assistant, helping wash people hair, do, blow dry, do all those things. So it's like, it kind of like originated from there. And then just, being more independent, knowing that like I have my own job. McDonald's was like my first love of like just that hustle, that grind, that work. Like if I could really go back to when I was 16 and start working again, I would redo McDonald's all over again, because those checks I was eating. Y'all, I used to take my work clothes to school with me, and when like if or when they would call or text to see if like people wanted to pick up shifts, or like my shift would literally be like right after school, and then I think I would work till like 6, 7, 8, or 9, because I ain't got shit else to do. I was never really that like, I was never really the partying type of kid. Like, don't get me wrong, I went to a couple house parties, but me and my friends, we was stoners. We smoked, chilled, vibed with each other. And that's what I feel like my junior year working at McDonald's. School was cool. A lot of my teachers didn't fuck with me because I stayed ditching them. I would still be that girl that turned in her homework, but they didn't like that. Some of them used to just try to fail me or like not give me my credit for my work. Cause I ain't gonna lie, people used to copy off my work, baby. Don't do too much on me. But end of story, senior year. So my junior year, boom, didn't want to go back to Valley because like I said, I had enough credits and things like that. So I ended up going to an alternative school called Sundown. Now Sundown it was really supposed to be for the bad kids, like who just couldn't get regular school together. But eventually, like the alternativity, whatever, it kind of changed to kind of like also help kids who just want to hurry up and get done with school, or, who just don't want to be around all that. Yeah. So year, I had that whole like 6-month first semester off. Then I had to go back to school the second semester. But y'all, I had one class. It was math. Yes. So a lot of the times I didn't show up for math class. So my mom got me into being a caregiver, home health aide, CNA, whatever you want to call it. So that's how I got really into the healthcare field. So yeah, my whole first semester of my senior year, I worked every day, all day. I'm telling y'all, I was pulling doubles with my mom. I was working from third shift to first shift. And this is like back then when, like jobs really started paying us $10, $11, $12 an hour. So, I was geeked. Like back at $10, $11, $12 an hour as a 17-year-old who's in high school. Baby, exactly. But, so fast forward, boom. The alternative school had told me, like, if I miss any more days, I think it was like the last 2 months of school, he was like, Tamara, if you miss any more days, you're not walking across the stage. And I'm like, who? Baby, when I tell y'all they see me every day up until graduation, they see me every day up until graduation, because that's one thing that nobody was going to take away from me. Like finishing school early. And it's so crazy. And by the grace of God, like through all of like kind of what my mom and my dad kind of put me through, I still managed to graduate early and / on time, if that makes sense, because like I said, I had my whole semester off, and then I really only went for one class, so I really was just like patiently waiting to walk across the stage. But boom, bada bang, by the grace of God. Oh, and I forgot to tell y'all, 18, when I did turn 18, that's what was happening with school. I was signing myself in and out because I was 18. I'm legal. I can sign myself in and out. That's why he was telling me. That's why my principal had told me if I miss any more days, I wouldn't be able to walk. And because by then I had moved into my very first apartment, my mom and her at the then time boyfriend had helped me move into my first crib. So, like I'm really thinking I'm the shit. Next thing a shorty only got to do is get a car. You feel me? Like that was my next thing to work on. But yeah, I was 17, 18. Just graduated high school. Well, I kind of finished early / graduated high school. And then I had my own crib. So I was like the only, friend out of the group with their own crib at 18. You feel me? So like my crib used to be the hangout spot, the turn up spot, because like I said, I really didn't do like parties or things like that, but I did gatherings. I love cooking for my friends. I love, like, this is back when, you know, like the Zans and things and bars was like, but we used to have fun at my house. I lived in this one little, it was considered a studio 1 bedroom, because when I tell y'all, it was literally like 600 square feet. Like, it was a living room, but like my living room was clearly attached to my kitchen. So like that was kind of like all one little spot, and then like the next little piece of the square, it would be like these 2 double doors, and then you would go into, which is AKA my room, closet, and then the bathroom. But I swear I love my little crib. I ain't gonna lie to baby, that it was $520 for rent, $535 something. You couldn't beat that in Glendale, Arizona. Okay, nice little cool 1 bedroom apartment. I lived at the top because I ain't want to be dealing with people at the bottom, but I love my apartment. And I like 6 months in, one of my old homegirls had called me, and she was like, hey, me and my boop is getting into, like, had some shit going on in Chicago. So she asked if her and her nigga could move down with me. And y'all, this was like literally the worst mistake of my life, okay? So I let her and her dude come live with me. Everything was cool for the most part. You know, I sat them down, gave them the guidelines, like, look, this is how much rent is. Y'all need to help, boom, 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 or whatever. So, you know, when it was like 3 weeks in, maybe a month in after they living with me, things got weird, okay? Things got weird as fuck. And honestly, this is really like my first time talking about it. And it is kind of very, it's not, a piece of it is very triggering for me. But I mean, this is what I'm here for. I'm here to tell my truth, speak my life. And on top of that, I was still paying my bills by myself. And I'm like trying to tell them, like, this ain't no like free kicking it living. Like, are y'all gonna help pay bills or not? And especially y'all have to understand, it's 2 against 1. Moral of the story, y'all. The girl at the time who was my sister, I called her my sister. Her and her dude used to do in front of me, you feel me? So I like never really thought nothing of it. I didn't really care, because I mean, you feel like I'm your sister, you could trust me to do that. Mind you, we're in a 1 bedroom apartment, you know, but everything is literally in my room. Like at that time, I'm just 18. I wasn't caring about no furniture or nothing at the moment. Like I had my room, my TV, my little boop boop set up for me. You know what I mean? Like in due time, mind y'all, I just moved into this shit. So I'm only here for like 5-6 months, maybe 7, 8, whatever. Don't even matter. Probably shorter than that. I don't know. Like I said, they used to do in front of me. So one night they was doing it, but she fell asleep. And I'm like, I hear this noise on the side, because they were like literally where I'm sitting, say like directly in front of me, like say I'm sitting on a bed. So directly in front of me, they're in the front of my bedside, you know. I mean, sometimes, yeah, I'm a watch, you know, but other than that, I was really just watching my TV. Y'all, this man started beating his MEAT as she fell asleep on the floor. And it's just literally, now it's just me and him up. But I'm like, again, watching TV. I'm not even like paying attention to them no more. This nigga started looking at me, and I'm looking at the TV. Like, I know he ain't looking at me to look at that. Baby, I don't see you like that. And then the man was not my liking. You feel me? Creep. So then, after that first night, things got weird. Things got so weird. He started doing little gestures, like touching me. And then, he used to like go in the bathroom and like take my clothes out as I'm like in the shower. But you know, like 9 times out of 10, most times I'm not thinking it's him. I'm thinking it's like my sister, you know, just like coming in and going, you feel me? So it's not like I'm the shower curtain open or like, oh, I'm checking every 2 seconds to see who coming in the bathroom. So like sometimes when I would get out the shower, I'm like, where the fuck is my towel? Like, where did my clothes go? Because when I noticed the touching and the slight, the dick out in the middle of the night, what, like if I'm up or anything like that, like, I just like, I wanted to try to protect myself because again, I didn't understand the signs, but like I understood the signs and I'm just like, I didn't, from my point of view, I didn't want to be feeling like I was giving her man that type of like approval or like attention or whatever. And mind y'all, this is really hard to speak. Where I stopped coming home. At this point, this y'all apartment. I just have my clothes here. So, like she would start texting me sometimes, like in the middle, like during the day or in the middle of the night, like, you know, like, hey sissy, like, are you coming home after work? And I used to sometimes ignore her, just be like, no, you know, I'm gonna stay the night at my boyfriend's house, like, it's cool. Until like I finally just kind of like brought up this courage. We was in the bathroom together in my house, in my apartment, and her dude finally wasn't like there. He wasn't like up under her, like, cause it just literally just be them two all the time, 24/7. It's not like I could get like a moment with her by myself, you know, to like already kind of tell her what was going on. So y'all, I'm literally bawling my eyes, like really, I still sometimes want to cry about it to this day. But I will not let anybody have any power over me. We were in my bathroom and I had closed the door because I'm trying to like tell her like what I'm about to tell her and what I've been feeling and experiencing, and just to kind of like answer her question of like, why have I stopped coming home? And yo, I'm telling y'all, I'm so scared. Like I'm crying to this girl. Like, I don't know how I'm about to tell you this. Like, you're my sister. Mind y'all, I've been knowing this girl since I was in the 6th grade. No, I was in the 7th. No, I just know that I've been knowing this girl for a minute, okay? I've been knowing her since grade school. Not grade school, but middle school. Because they was new from Chicago down in Arizona. Like, a lot of people, like I said, that was moving from the Midwest, we kind of all, like, found each other, like, coagulated within surprise and whatever. You know, I told this girl that her man was doing what he was doing. And y'all, she looked me dead in my face and didn't flinch, didn't say I'm sorry or I'll confront him about it. She just looked at me and was like, okay. And I'm just like, in my mental, like, okay, you're not gonna do nothing about it? Cause I'm like, I'm telling y'all, I'm in tears crying. Cause I'm like, I don't know how I've been trying to tell you this. Like, I don't know if I've done anything. Like, I'm literally placing the blame on myself. I don't know if I did something to give him the okay to feel like he can do what he was doing. I mean, like, I get it. Y'all be freaking and bumping in front of me, but I'm used to them. And so I'm used to us, like, her doing the bang bang, me doing the bang bang, and we 2 feet apart. You know, but so, like, a week after that, I still stopped coming home on my mom. Because I just felt like, now that you know, and you're not going to say nothing, you just don't care about me. Like, basically, this was so y'all could use me. So, moral of the story. My sister was about to have my nephew. This is around August, September. And at that point, I texted my brother and I texted my mom and them, because I ain't paid the rent. I'm my mama. I ain't paid the rent. I told them we had an eviction notice and that they need to either help me pay the rent or I'm not paying it at all, because at this point, y'all just living off me, munching off me. And I am one singular 18-year-old person. Who am I to be trying to fight off two 21, 22-year-old ass people? Mind you, a girl and her nigga. And it's one of me. I ain't had no card in. I was still Ubering and lifting and, calling rides to get to it. And I mainly depended on my little boyfriend, you feel me? Like, to get me to and from where I needed to go, you feel me? So it's like, I'm not going to be feeling like I'm trapped in my own home. So I let the eviction notice get filed. I didn't care. And guess what I did? I packed up whatever I could fit in a suitcase, called my brother, and that man bought me a ticket to leave literally like 2 days after that, or a day after that, I swear. And I stayed with my little boyfriend until further fucking notice, and I got the hell up out that jam. Because I just felt like we're not even going to speak on it, because by the grace of God, still here. We're not even going to speak on coulda, shoulda, woulda. They just put me in a fearful spot, and still has yet to this day to apologize about it, feel sorry about it. And it's so crazy because it recently happened to one of our other high school friends, and that's just another time for another story. But next, so boom, now I'm in Texas, and my sister had my nephew. Boom, after that, left Texas, went back to Arizona. This is when I met my boyfriend, Nas. So around there, me and Nas was chit-chatting for like a few months. It was like right after my birthday. He had just got out of being locked up. Then I moved back to Texas. But I only stayed in Texas, I think, for like the winter. Because then, the winter, because by the time February came back, my mom ended up giving me and Nas her apartment. Mind you, I don't know this man from a lick of nothing. We literally did 3 months long distance for my birthday, December, January, February, literally. We did 3 months long distance, met him on Facebook, did 3 months long distance. Then my mom ended up giving us her apartment out in Avondale. Literally, the first time I met this man, we literally moved in together, started, boop. So had my mom's apartment for like the last 6 months of her lease. And then, boom, we ended up moving in with my sister's best friend. Because, young love, you stuck to your man and your man stuck to you like 2 fat itches in a sauna. So, after that, me and Nas, we lived with my sister's best friend for a little bit. But then that kind of just, it wears off because, you and your boyfriend are an item, and we living in this single lady house, whatever. We were just kids trying to figure out what was up with life. So I'm not gonna lie, I didn't slept on people's couches, floors. I've started over with nothing and had something and then restarted back over, but that was what we getting into. So the next, left from there, moved in with Nas's WITE family. And by the grace of God, I love his mom, and they literally helped us survive for like 2 years out of our relationship. I'm not gonna lie, we was bums. Not bums, but like we were just broke ass kids trying to figure out what was our niche in life, what was our hustle. Really, it was just fighting every day to survive and eat, you feel me? Like fighting every day to just live. That's what life was for me and him at 18, 19. We lived with them for a minute, and then we ended up moving in with his grandma and his cousin. They lived in this house like right around the corner. But mind y'all, we was giving the grandma rent. And she was using it to go to the casino. So then we got evicted from that house. And boom. Like I said, the other cousin, his girl cousin, ended up subleasing an apartment through somebody else who was like, had like left the apartment, boop, boop, boop. So me and Nas ended up moving in with them. But I'm telling y'all, that didn't last not even 2 weeks to 3 weeks, because we got the bumping in that bitch, breaking shit in that bitch. I was setting clothes on fire. Very toxic. After that, my life has been crazy, okay? So I'm sorry if it takes me a little bit to... Like, I done gave y'all childhood, middle school, high school, mid, young, early adult years. We still in that. Fast forward, Nas died in 2017. Then boom, like a few months later, I ended up moving in with my other sister. Because one thing about it, Tamara gonna find a place to lay her head. Don't do too much. I ain't never down bad on my ass. That's for long. So I ended up hustling, you know, grinding, moving in with my sister. Got pregnant. Ended up letting go of all that ish back in 2017. Took my butt back to Texas. And yes, I was homeless, living with my mom. I know it's a lot of shit that y'all don't know, but a bitch really overcame a lot. So, you know, I left everything that I literally just bought, did in Arizona, left that life behind, came back to Texas, moved in with my mom, and I was living between my mom's house and my sister's house. Then by the time I had my baby, my mom told me I couldn't stay there no more. So mind you, I have this newborn baby and I'm literally sleeping on my sister's couch. And then, you know, like fast forward a little bit to that, my mom ended up getting me into this program where they pay for you pay for your schooling, but like through your schooling and stuff, they were supposed to be paying our rent and things like that. Y'all, come to find out, the whole school was a fraud. They was stealing our financial aid and our loans, and they wasn't paying us our money. Back on my ASS again. Now I'm back living with my sister and her too. After my son's first birthday, I left Texas, moved back to Arizona with my baby daddy, and was living with them for a little bit. But then my baby daddy moved in, one of her other friends, and shit just went left. I was trying to hustle, get back into my groove, you feel me? Because I figure out life. Mind you, when I got my tax money, I immediately bought me a car. But because I was always getting pulled over in previous cars and stuff, and I think I had like other tickets or a car impounded or something, like I couldn't put the car in my name. So I put the car in my baby daddy name. I'm here to tell my truth. I'm here to tell my truth. So I got my car impounded. When I tell y'all, I hustled my ass off within like 3 to 6 hours. I'm telling y'all, I made my tow money and like my impounded money by that night. So I'm calling my sister like, hey, make me some motherfucking fake ass goddamn insurance. You feel me? Poop, poop. She do. Went to court, got the insurance thingy taken off. So all I had to do was do like the no license like ticket, you feel me, and like the speeding. But I was still trying to get my car out. But again, it's my baby daddy name. So I'm telling my baby daddy like, boom, I got my money together. Y'all, why was my baby daddy and her mom trying to fuck me over? I know that's another time for another day. But moral of the story, didn't get my car. So I was like begging between my baby daddy and begging between the cops, like, because I was already planning on leaving. I was really planning on driving from Arizona all the way to Indiana with my car and my baby, because my mom had signed me up for the Section 8 program for single moms who are like still in school. So boom, me and my baby daddy, we went through that. Bitch stopped answering her phone, all of that. Again, mind you, my car is in her name, okay? Nobody else's name, but all my belongings are in this. So boom, me and my baby daddy, we ain't talking. Came back to Indiana, lived in that apartment for a year, was cool, back hustling, trapping, doing what I do. I met this dude while I ended up marrying a crazy weirdo man. Whew, Lord Jesus. Gave up my whole crib, my whole life back home. Packed up, moved to Columbus. We got married sitting on the couch. Hey, I'm a hood chick. I don't care. Really, honestly, I never cared about a wedding or, you know, because I feel like if it's love, it's love. Like, I don't need you to spend all this amounts of money just to like have one special day, because trust me, if I wanted it, he would have gave it to me. Don't do too much, okay? But I just told him like I wasn't all that I was cracked up to be. The man put his hands on me, and as I keep telling mother effers, the first time you put your hands on me is the last time you're gonna see me, okay? And it's gonna be the last time you put your hands on me. So left him, got a divorce, officially was divorced December 1st of 2022. Thank God I filed for divorce yet, because I'm big stepper and I don't care. So if you didn't know that yet, now you know that I was married to a 40-year-old man. That's why when people say age ain't nothing but a number, it don't matter whether you're young, big, little, or small. Baby, they're all weird. In my car, and I drove 16 hours to Texas. I stayed out there in Texas for like 6 months to a year with my mama, and then I moved back here. And all I can say is, by the grace of God, I've been in my house for 2 years. I love my home, and I promised myself I would never mess up my baby's peace. And again, it's okay to start over. I don't care how many times you restart your life, restart it until you are happy genuinely. And what I do, I'm a hustler, I'm a grinder, and I'm not ashamed. This is just a piece of what God wants me to start doing. But I don't know, I hope the story gives any and everybody, whoever watches it, likes it, don't like it, I don't care. Again, God is telling me to start my dream, and I really should have already been on this so I could be further in life. But hey, you got to start somewhere with what you got. So I'm here with my voice. Like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys want more to see, or, you know, if you want more like these, you know, story times, back end stories, more vlogs. Again, I'm just here to keep it real with y'all. I'm not trying to be nobody but me. I'm just trying to be the best one for Heru and leave behind generational wealth. And yeah, again, it's okay to start over. It's okay to be homeless. It is okay. Everybody done been there. I don't care how many times people tell you, God would never, it couldn't be me. Baby, God can decide today it's them or it's you. So this is a no judgment platform. I will not do any hatred or hate whatever. Now, if I am expressing something or what happened in the past, baby, please understand that it's the past Tamara, not the new Tamara. But again, I just hope y'all enjoyed it. This is where I've been for the past 5 years, and I have my own. I don't care if I have 5 cents in my bank account. I am genuinely happy to where I am and where I've gotten in life. And I don't care, again, how many times I've started over or how many times I felt like giving up. I never did. And by the grace of God, he's always pushed and willed and showed me. Trust him, and I will give you the fruits of whatever. So thanks for watching.